Macaro. La bobo. Macaroni, spaghetti, meatballs.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening everyone. Welcome to Managersim Beginner Series episode 50. We have reached the magical 50 since the dawn of time. Well, a bit later on from the dawn of time. The Managersim Beginner Series was created way back a few months ago. And we've now got to the 50 episode. We've had some really good moments. We've had some not so really good moments. We've had a lot of viewers. We've had a few viewers. It's been a great laugh, great enjoyable experience in my life doing this for everyone, and thanks again for all the feedback. This is not a final, this is the last episode ever series. No, we're doing more. This is just like a halfway of how it's going so far. But the first thing you can see is my YouTube channel. This is where all the Managersim episodes are stored in. There's now an easier way of trying to find them. The old way would have been this. You would have needed to click videos, and then you would have then tried to find where the first Managersim episode, and as there's been over 50, it's not easy because you would have to go, they're all in various places here, so it would have been quite difficult to try to find them. The first ever Managersim episode was actually done, and it was actually the most viewed as well, 83 views. We've never reached the heights of that, and here it was actually 4 months ago. And it was episode 1, the beginning. I'll do full screen here at the moment, and you can see me there chatting. I won't put the volume on because the problem is when you're doing a recording of a recording, the volume echoes. So this is quite ironic because going back to the very first episode, this is even before I even chose Elfsborg as my side. I was going through various other sides thinking where I might go, and look, there you go, there's Elfsborg. Elfsborg, I'll put it on pause, so don't worry if you don't see any moving pictures. This is Elfsborg before I even joined them, and it's quite ironic seeing that. And let the stream go on for a bit longer, and look, there's the side. Now, out of all those players left, there's only I think 2 current players still in my squad. Tengstrom, he's still with me even though he's actually transfer listed. And let me move the stream a bit more, pause it again. Karlstrom is still a member of my team. He's still with us. Other than that, most of the squad is gone. Oh, Garn. Is Garn? Garn was with us for quite a while until he got sold off. And that's me basically talking about who I'm going to join, why I was going to join them. It's always great to come back to earlier Managersim streams just to basically, let's see, I'm trying to find the Swedish league. There you go. Okay, this was the Swedish league when I joined them. So Malmo already had a boss. I don't think that was anyone who's with Malmo now. But I was at Elfsborg and I joined them when they were 11th. So where I am currently, it's kind of, I'm making small progression, I suppose. But yeah, it's always great fun to look back at the early Managersim series. So please come back and enjoy yourself, especially if you want to see what it was like during the old days. And then the Manager series then grew, but again, the best way to find all these now is if you go to playlists, and then here you are. If not, you might have to click the right arrow to find it, and click full playlist for the Managersim Beginner series. And hey pronto, you'll see all of them. So episode 50 will be put on here. The latest episode's always on top, and so this varies. So what was the most popular? One of the most popular episodes, I think, was the interview with Burnham and Mike as well. There you go, down there. Episode 25. Episode 25, which surprisingly is not, they put it right at the bottom. Don't know why. Episode 25 is right down there, and which is number 44 in the series here. So yeah. That's one of the biggest ones. Episode 25, and I think 26 was probably the next one. There you go. I don't know why 25. They did not put 25 in there because it's clearly. Never mind. It's only a small little thing. It's nothing to worry about. So yeah, all the Managersim episodes are in here. So please, if you want to come back and watch an early episode, like when you first joined the league, or if you're hoping to join us, then it's always good to look back at these. But let's quickly go back to Managersim and remember. In the last episode, I said there's going to be a major competition. Someone sent me an article about the Swedish leagues, or Managersim. Then you will win 100 credits at the end of this current season. We've only had one entry so far, which is disappointing. I hope we have more entries soon. But this one entry is a review of what the season's going to be like. And Dave has done a marvellous job, a really good job. And we'll go through what his views are, not mine, his views of each side is. So you guys will be interested to hear this. So we're going to Managersim. There's Elfsborg. Just a quick overview, nothing really has changed on my side. I'm trying a new formation. I haven't bought anyone for over a month, which is very unlike me. But if we go to the inbox, I haven't got my specs on, I'll put my specs on, here we go. You see all these feedbacks. These feedbacks is from Dave, and Dave has done an amazing job here. So he actually started from, as always in Managersim, do some housekeeping if you ever get the chance to. And then I'll make the screen a little bit bigger so you can actually read what he's put. So, yeah, very big screen this time for this. So he's done every side, and you can see there. So I'm sure you guys are wondering, oh, what's he said about our side? Well, I will show you. So we'll do AIK first. They still got no manager, which is a surprise. But that's what he said. Fritz has decided to take over the challenge. He's gone to Kalmar. This team needs a human manager to take over, and he thinks they'll probably still be in the top 3 maybe, or top 5. I'm surprised that AIK have not got a manager yet for the new season. They are still a strong side. So now we're going to the juicy bit, and we go to clubs that are managed by humans. So we go Helsingborg and Mike. Mike really put Fritz to a while last season, and he just lost out to Fritz AIK, and should tell everyone what a fantastic manager he is. He is. He's a great manager, Mike. He's got Milan as well, who are probably the best side in this game world. I'll let you guys read that, because I'll lose my voice if I keep reading it. Let's make it really big for you guys. Just check my stream. That's not too bad for you. Yeah, you can read that. So that's Helsingborg's review. So basically, Dave thinks that Mike could win it this season, and I think I probably would agree with him. I think they have got a very good chance of winning. He thinks they've got a very large side, though. They probably have. So that's his review of Helsingborg. Again, if you want to read reviews and it's going a bit quick, you can always pause these videos and then you can read it. So, VF under Andy. Andy is not a manager name I recognise. Sorry, Andy. This is from Dave. He does have some international players in midfield. His problem with Andy's side of things is defensive players and goalie. So maybe, Andy, you need to look at that. But that's what Andy's review is. He's made no additions to his squad. But he must be building up some cash, Andy. So that's VF. Again, I'm just quickly going through these. If you want to read the review in more detail, then please pause the video, because I can't talk through every single one of these because my voice will go in, and my voice is going anyway. Gothenburg's the next one under Michael. Michael, you need to let us know. Is it Michael, or Michael? How am I pronouncing it properly? He spent a lot of money on the big stadium, so he's been trying to get free transfers. And I think Gothenburg has made some really good bought players over the preseason. And actually, it's Dave's tip to win the league is Gothenburg, which might surprise a few people, as he just said. Okay, Michael, or Michelle, there's not much pressure on you then. Hammarby are the next one. Under Burnham, obviously. The developer is his nickname. He's concentrated solely on his youth club. Basically, I think Burnham doesn't mind. He hasn't spent much time in the game well because he's got other things going on with the game, and he's just looking after the side the bits he can. Hence why I think Hammarby had a pretty disappointing season last season. But Burnham's side is there, and he's getting a decent youth side now. But if he concentrate a bit more, then it probably will finish top section of the league. I don't see them winning though. I agree with Dave there. Oribro under Martin. Again, another very experienced, skillful manager, Martin. Very good manager. Every manager in this league is very good, hence why I'm doing so badly. He dips into the free transfer market. He's got a few international players. He thinks they'll improve and go tip for the top 4. Not much pressure there, Martin. Malmo under K. K's a seriously nice bloke, or KJ. Okay, that's probably... Dave calls him KJ, I call him K. So, we'll call him different. He made an 80,000 stadium. He's on the lookout for yet another star attacker. The board has real high expectations for Malmo, though, so a bit of pressure on KJ. That's one thing also. It'd be nice to hear from all the managers. What's your board expectations for the new season? Mine has stayed the same, thank goodness. So not much pressure on my side, doing well. Malmo finished in the top 6. Again, please pause and read it if you want to. We'll skip my side until last. Halmstad. Andre at Halmstad. Andre, of course, was the Djurgården manager for a little while, and then he moved to Halmstad. He thinks they're going to struggle and not make the top 8. Something to prove him wrong then, Andre. But they've had impressive pre-season. We will do the main season preview probably next episode when the season starts, going through the pre-season stuff like that, because I think we still got a couple of weeks to go yet. So actually the season will start during the week coming up, real time. Kalmar. This is where Fritz is now, the manager of AIK, was the manager of AIK, took them to the championship. Fritz has bought a lot of players. He scouts. He does not believe in scouting stuff. He's very much hands-on manager, kind of like me. I very rarely use scouts. I actually go and find those players myself. He's brought loads of players on the free transfer list. The Kalmar will definitely not finish bottom or second to bottom or third to bottom or fourth to bottom this season. Definitely not. I see Kalmar being in the top 5. Maybe it's a season too early to become top, but they could prove a shock for many sides. I don't think they will challenge the guys top 2. I don't know who my top 2 would be at the moment. Probably Helsingborg will definitely, I think, will win it. My prediction. I think Kalmar are definitely going to be a top 6 side. Even could prove a few shocks. And of course they're under Fritz, who's a really good manager. And then Trelleborg. Trelleborg is Dave's own side. He was proud to finish 4th and got a Champions League spot. He thinks they're definitely one of the weaker sides. I don't think so. I think you're underestimating yourself there. I think you'll be better than 8th. I think you'll probably be top 6. But yeah, with Fritz, with Kalmar might do better than you, I'm afraid, Dave. But he's going to do better than me as well. So these are great feedbacks from Dave. This is his entries. Forget that 100 credits. Again, please, I want more entries. You can do anything to do with Managersim, anything to do with the Swedish League. Yeah, please. I like feedback. Feedback makes my streams episodes interesting. It's not just me waffling on about Elfsborg and how I think this, how I think that. I want people's other views. So again, it'd be nice to get what your board thinks of your side now the new season has started. But finally, we go to my Elfsborg side. Lord Donut, yeah, that's me. He settled for a 4-1-2-1-2 tactic. I haven't actually. I've moved to a different tactic because that really didn't work. Yeah, I had to be late in investing in stadium, which has worked against me a bit. But I've now getting an 80,000 stadium, and so money has always been my problem. And also, I've also got a massive squad. Relationship with the board have been quite. Highlight it so you can see what I'm looking at. Yeah, that is true. The relations with the board have been strained, especially last season. And it wasn't the happiest of seasons for me, generally, for my side. We were struggling. We're not in Europe this season, which is a major disappointment, but I still do international updates for everyone as the season goes on. from a neutral point of view, so because I'm not actually in it at all. Again, you all know from the last couple of episodes, I've been a little bit unhappy in the Swedish league for my own personal interest, not the episodes. I love doing the episodes. My own personal interest, being unhappy because it seems most tactics I'm not doing well enough, despite having great players. But I'm going to give this season my 100%, see how I do. If I finish in the top 6, I'll be happy. If I finish in the bottom 3, I'm probably likely to move somewhere else, because I've taken them to where they can go, unless I take on AIK, but that's more pressure, isn't it? Depending on where they finish, of course. So I've got options. But thanks very much, Dave, for your honest assessment of all these sides. It's great to see, get all this feedback. I just want more people to send stuff like this. Dave can do it, I can do these streams, so please guys, the challenge is out there. Send me some juicy stuff for the Swedish leagues, for this game world, for Managersim, and then I'll decide at the end of the season who wins the 100 credits. At the moment it's Dave, because he's the only one entering. So that's that done. Let's quickly just do a bit. Let's go back to sensible screens and my squad. Newspaper article. Basically, VF have just bought a really good player from Juventus, a really good striker. So, what's Andy looking for striker options? Hold on a second. This might coincide with the problem with Andy's side is more defensive. Oh no, it wasn't Andy. Okay. Andy, have you bought more defensive players? Let's have a look. Quickly have a look. He's bought two players from various. There's defensive midfielder, kid, 16 years old only, and good secondary stats. Yeah, let's see what he's got him. So let's go back to the newspaper. It has been a bit quiet generally, transfer market in the last couple of days, but it will get busy again soon, I guess. We've had a couple of articles coming in. If you ever get a chance, always read these articles. They're fun to read. I've done one about 4 weeks ago, game time, and this is me actually being honest, I'm thinking of moving on, because I am. It all depends on how this season gets on. But the banter between managers is here, which is amazing. You've got Burnham, who did a bit saying, I enjoy it here, so no move for anywhere for me. Who's the best manager game today? Well, here we go. Here's the banter. Well, rankings say it's Mike Turner, but that can't be true. Meow. And then Mike Turner, funny enough, had his interview. You've been to House Milan. Have you considered working for the team? Yes, Milan. Yes, we know, Mike. You work at Milan as well. It would have been hilarious if he mentions Burnham's remarks in here, but he didn't. But anyway, who do you think's likely to finish this year? Helsingborg. No surprise, he's putting his own side. Helsingborg are good. But yeah, always try to do these interviews if you can, guys, because I will feature them in the streams. This is kind of like mini feedback from me. Let's just have a quick look at Helsingborg, see how they look. Yeah, it's a young side, really well developed. Good couple of hundreds in there. Has he got squad problems just like me? Yes, he has. So he's listed a lot of players. Yeah, they're really good sides. Okay. So, that's... Oh, the one thing I need to check, isn't it, is when does the season start? Oh, crikey. Yeah, 2 weeks game time, so that's probably in 2 days. Real time. Maybe less. So, that's it for episode 50 of the beginner, not so beginner series. Again, please send me some feedback, maybe what your board is expecting of your side, some other articles. Basically, if you send me anything what the board expects your side to do, that is not your entry to get the 100 credits. I expect more than that, like what Dave's just done. But yeah, I'll be interested to hear what your board expects your side to do in this new season. And I will mention all those things, any more new feedback in episode 51. Again, many thanks for all the positive comments about the Managersim series. They will continue until the game ends. And today's date is, I need to check what is today's date, 17th of November 2019. If the game is not going to be as it is on January the 1st, we're running out of time, so we've only got 44 days to go now until the end of the year. It'd be very sad if Managersim does disappear, but at least in one way, I suppose, we've got all these episodes as a record of what a great game it is, and still is. So if you ever want to go back and watch an early episode, then please come into my YouTube channel, and they're all in this playlist, and it goes way back to episode 1. And funny enough, again, the one that's had the most views is actually way back right at the bottom of the list, and you know it's the special episode because it's nearly 2 hours long. So that's it for me for now. Thanks very much for watching this, and I'll speak to you all very soon. Goodbye.